Well, good afternoon. Welcome to Wood Chip Woodworking. Today we're going to make a rack to go on the top of the garage. I'll go around and I'll show you real quick, but let's do a little housekeeping real quick first. This is Wood Chip Woodworking. My name's Paul Courtwright. Please feel free to share, subscribe, and like, and let's get this channel to grow. Hopefully you enjoy my contents and my videos, and we'll see what happens. But today we're going to do kind of a storage unit above the garage door to store some stuff, kind of clean out the garage a little bit, get some stuff off the floor, make it easier to park the truck and my wife's car in the garage and get in and out very easier. So we're going to kind of do a little cleaning up a little bit per se. So hold tight and we'll go show you exactly what I'm looking to do. All right, so what I'm going to do is above the garage door here, I'm going to put some shelving units across here so I can store some stuff up in there. So I'm going to start making some pieces up there. And as you can see, the trusses are going right there, there, and there's one there, and then so forth. So I'm going to attach them to that, and let's get started on it. So that's what we got. All right, so I drew out kind of basically what I'm looking to do is make a box that'll go around this like this. And we're going to use our pocket hole jig today, something I haven't used in a while. So let's get started on our project today. So basically I need two pieces that are 3 foot long and two pieces that are 16 inches long. So we got some lumber here that we're going to use. I'll mark out my 3 foot piece here and we'll go from there. So I'm going to cut off some bad parts here. So I'm going to say I'm going to cut off about this much, 2 inches there. So 3 foot. Add 2 inches for that, and it'll be right there. So I don't have my chop saw up here, so I'll take that down and I'll cut that, and I'll be right back. Hang tight. All right, so we got our pieces cut. So this is going to go to the base here, across here. And then this will go up here, and this will go up here. That's kind of the gist of what we're working on right here. Okay, so that's what we're going to work on. So what I want to do is I want to put some pocket holes in this. Okay, so I'm going to put my pocket holes in this piece here. So get a little bit organized here. Got my Craig jig here, this piece here, and on this is kind of this is the Craig jig 720 Pro, which is, I like it. It's a pretty neat little machine. Don't have to worry about adjusting the thicknesses on this. It's got supplies on both sides. Got this here. This will be put in here to hold this down. Everything comes attached to it, so I'll demonstrate how this works. There, put that in there, and then over here I got miscellaneous screws in here, so we'll use some of them. And then take our board. Basically what we need to do is find the center of this. So we've got a board that is 3.5 inches wide. So 1.5 inches would be 3, 1 3/4 would be center. So that's our center mark. So I found my center mark there. Okay. And if you look at this here, it's got marks in here. And I'm thinking I'm going to use these two outer edges there. So I need to bring my center mark way up here. So I'll put it up here, 3 3/4. Guess I should have got my centering ruler to make life easy, but I didn't bring that up. So I got that there, and then roughly, see this here, it tells me exactly where my thing is. And these don't have to be exact. Automatically is for the right thickness that we need for this. So I'm going to put my holes, 2 pocket hole screws here and here. On the back side of this, as you can see, get you around there and so you can see that. It's got all kinds of storage stuff in here. Okay, so if I look at this, I'll need my screw and this. This is a thickness gauge. So I take my board, lay it up there. It's 3/4 of an inch thick. So I want to use 1.5 screws, or 1.25 screws, I guess it is. So in here is probably 1.25 screws. I'll have to find them. This piece here is for this, and it's already set for 3/4, but you loosen this up here like this, and you look through the little sight glass there, and you find what size thick material you're doing. So we're doing 3/4 inch. So I'm going to set it for 3/4 of an inch. And this is just a stop for it. Okay. So this we'll put in our drill, and we'll drill some holes. So all right, so I got the center part, and these are 3 different sizes. So if I was doing a thinner piece of wood, I'd use the center mark there, and that would give me these 2. If I had a thicker piece of wood, I could use this one and use the center mark there, and I could use these 2 holes. But I'm going to use 2 outside holes on this one, and it's right there's my center mark, so I'm lined up pretty close to the center, and it doesn't have to be perfect. And I take my drill, I got it set for there, and I just drill. Do the same thing over here. Okay. And there's my pocket holes. So there's my pocket holes that I'll use for that. Turn around, we'll do the same thing here. Roughly in the center. Put my clamp down. And we'll drill our holes. And there's my other pocket holes for this side. Okay. Do the same thing for my other long piece here. There's that one. And there's our pocket holes for that right there. Okay. So let me get this stuff out of the way, and we'll get that. I'll put all my tools back so I don't lose anything. And in here, it comes with 2 different size bits. I'm going to use the longer one for me on this one. So I'm going to put my short one back. And I'll move this out of the way. So hang tight. All right, here we are. Got an 1.25 inch screw. And these, what makes these different is they got a nice head on them, pan head, and it's a square drive. So I just put this in there. And put that in there. And I take this, and I lay that up there, make sure my edge is straight there. This is laying flat. And screw them in. Just like that. And there it is. So I'll do the other side here. Same situation. One screw in each one. Take our little drill here. And it is magnetized. I forgot about that part. And we're just going to go flat on that. And you don't want to over tighten it. And the other thing is, I guess you don't want to use is an impact driver on this. You want to use a regular drill so you're not over tightening up the joint. So there's that one. Now we'll do the same thing to this side. Oop. Running out of room here. Put a little screw in there. Around this side. Do the same thing over here. And this is just plain reclaimed plywood off of a pallet that I had laying around. I thought, why not use it? It's not going to have to be furniture grade stuff, so there. I guess I should explain one thing here, and I didn't think about that, is if you look at the type of screws here, you see one's coarse thread and one's fine thread. For this stuff here, we do want to use the coarser thread because it won't pull out as easy, but I'm just using whatever I got there. And that's my top piece there. So I will bolt this thing to the top of the ceiling, but first of all, what I need to do is I'm going to put some corner brackets on this, just for added support on that. So hang tight and I'll be right back. All right, so I got an L bracket here. I'm just going to mount on this here just for added support. I got me some screws here. So we're just going to put some screws in there, and it's nothing fancy. Make sure my screws are long enough to really do anything. So I got this here, and it doesn't have to be any particular place. So I'm just going to go kind of in the middle. Put some screws in there. There, and that'll stiffen that up, hold that a little better. I'll put one all the way around and then we'll be right back. All right, so we got our braces on. That's just added support for that. And then we're gonna bolt this to the ceiling. So we'll get this up there in a minute. All right, so we're back in here, and we're gonna set this up on top there. And you can see I put my screws in. So we're just gonna put this up on here. So, probably my butt's going to be in the way and you won't be able to see. Oh boy. Guess maybe I should have made it a little shorter to go over top of that. All right, let's rethink this and redo it. Hang tight. All right, we're going to try it again, as you can tell. So, I just didn't realize about the roller. And we'll put this up here. there should be. I might put a screw into that to put that in there. So there's our piece right there, up there. And now I'll do a bunch of them across there, and then we'll have it. So I'll finish them up, and then we'll come back and finish it off.